Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is zeeshanrahatkureshi and I'm the founder and CEO of High Achievers League. So today we are going to discuss about the Fulbright Scholarship Program and GRE. As you know, Fulbright Scholarship Program in Pakistan has been announced for the classes that will be starting in fall 2025. So the deadline for this scholarship program is 28th February 2024. So this means you have around 3 months to prepare for the application and to take the required exam. So right now, the required exam is GRE that you need to focus on. So we will talk about that. But before that, who is this Fulbright scholarship program for? So if you have 16 years of education, you can apply for master's program. If you have 18 years of education, then you can apply for the PhD program. So the Fulbright scholarship is eligible for Pakistani students, and when you get the scholarship, you need to sign a contract with USCFP and also a bond with the HEC if you are going for the PhD program. So the number of years that you spend in US for this program, you have to come back immediately when your program is completed. So you have to come back to Pakistan and spend the same number of years here in Pakistan. And after that, you're free to go wherever you want. So the test for this, the required test right now, would be GRE that you need to take for the Fulbright Scholarship Program. So let's briefly discuss what GRE is all about. So GRE has two major components, English and math, and in fact, a third component as well, which is the essay writing. So in English, there are two major things that you will be tested on. Number one is reading comprehension. So you will be given passages and you need to answer questions pertaining to those passages. And then in GRE, you will also have sections where vocabulary is more important. So you will need to build your vocabulary. And remember, vocabulary is not built in one day. It takes at least, 1 to 1.5 months or 2 months to prepare for a good vocabulary. So this is the English part of the exam. For the math part, you will be tested on algebra, arithmetic, and geometry. So the level for these sections is almost the same that you did in your A levels or in your inter, but even easier than that because integration is not there. But the questions are tricky. So this means that you really need to prepare for your math portion of the exam as well. And there is an essay then that you need to type. Why am I saying you need to type? Because GRE is an exam that you need to take by sitting in front of the computer. And if you know, GRE's format recently changed. So now in the new GRE, you need to type one essay instead of two essays. The length of the test has reduced. So instead of 4 hours, the usual length now is around 2 hours. So if you are planning to apply for the Fulbright program, you need to take the GRE, and the deadline, as I said, is in February. So, what are some of the criteria on which your application is judged for the Fulbright program? So, they are going to look at your CGPA, they are going to look at your GRE exam, they are going to look at your essays. There are generally two essays that you need to write for the Fulbright application. One is the research study objective, and the other one is a personal statement. In the personal statement, you write about yourself regarding, what challenges you faced in life, how you overcame those challenges, what kind of a person you are as an individual. And in the research study objective statement, you need to write about the program that you're interested in applying, and how you develop interest in that, what are your future goals in that program. So all students from all fields except clinical medicine can apply for the Fulbright program. So this is another important thing that you should be knowing. Okay, so besides that, coming back to the to a point that I missed for GRE. So this time around, you need to have at least 145 score in verbal and 145 score in math in order to be able to apply for the Fulbright Scholarship program. So the total is 340. So out of that, you need to have 145 in English, 145 in math. So, but remember, these are very minimum scores. So this is just for the eligibility to apply. In order to make strong chances to get the scholarship, you should try to score as high as possible above 300. So I myself, I worked in USEFP for 7 years as principal advisor test prep. So if any of you need to get help for GRE preparation, I can give you help regarding that. If you want Fulbright scholarship counseling, I can do that. And besides that, you can also apply directly for admissions in US and Canadian universities. So I also provide counseling for that. So how do you get funding in Fulbright? In Fulbright, you get funding from the US government and partially from the Pakistani government as well. But when you apply directly in universities in US and Canada, those universities have funding of their own as well. So they also generally look for the same things as the Fulbright scholarship. They look at your CGPA, they look at your essays, they look at your recommendation letters. So, by the way, recommendation letters are also important in Fulbright scholarship program. So whether you are applying for Fulbright scholarship or you are applying directly in universities, recommendation letters are also going to be an important part of your application. So if you do get selected for initially selected for the Fulbright program for the interview, uh, so after you are finally you get shortlisted as a candidate, you will be taking the Duolingo test. So previously, USEFP used to require IELTS, sorry, not IELTS, TOEFL, but now you will be needing to take Duolingo. But that's not something that you should be worried about right now, because if you're applying for Fulbright, then GRE is the most important thing right now. However, if you do decide to apply directly in US and Canadian universities based on funding, then remember the deadlines are in January, February, and in March. So for that, you need to take IELTS right now. So generally, GRE won't be required if you're applying directly in universities, but IELTS will be required. IELTS or TOEFL, any of those two tests would do. So if you have plans to apply directly, do let us know. We do have paid services. So for any of our services, we will let you know our charges and our process. And besides that, if you have any questions, you can let us know on social media. So I hope this was a good brief and it would help you for making a decision about Fulbright, about direct admissions, and about GRE. So with that, thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.